What up, Kyler? Sorry once again for being late. I tried to write a script. I had some ideas that I was going to talk about. I was going to try and maybe defend Coldplay, I don't want to say one of my favorite bands, but a band that is dearly beloved to me. I was trying to work on a script for that, and it just wasn't happening. So I think I need to talk about some other things that have just kind of been on my mind. This video might be a little bit scatterbrained, but it is a vlog, so it doesn't really have to have any structure to it or be super grandiose. A lot has been happening, a lot of really good stuff, but I've also just noticed generally that I have become busier. I've been meeting a lot of new people. I've been having a lot of different obligations, along with the obligations I already had to begin with, and it's just been a lot to keep up with. And it can feel a little bit discouraging and a little bit daunting when you don't really feel like you've been progressing in the ways that you want to, or the ways that you wish that you might be able to. I still have songs off of this album that I'm hoping to release in the fall that are not done, or even just there's just one that I just haven't gotten around to even starting to record yet. But there have also been some cool signs of progress, emotionally, intellectually. A while ago, I decided that it would be a good idea to start doing a little bit of therapy. I tossed the idea around in my brain for a while, kind of wondering if the things that I was experiencing, the problems that I was experiencing, if I really actually needed therapy, or if I was just, or if I could just solve these problems on my own. And I began to realize, it really doesn't matter how severe the problems are, even if I just take one or just do one therapy session. That alone can do a lot. I've had a couple of sessions with a therapist, and it's sponsored by the school. It's free, which is super nice. There's only so many sessions I can take a semester, and only so many sessions that I can take just in general. It's been really nice to just have that to lean on as I try and achieve a greater level of self-actualization and become a better person. One of the things that therapy has hammered into me recently is that journaling is awesome and it's super important. And here's why. See, for a long time, I thought that journaling, writing your thoughts down, I thought that was just, you just gave an account of what was already happening in your day and you just left it at that. But I've also begun to realize that journaling can be a tool that describes our hopes and our dreams, the things that we want out of life, and most specifically, the things that we hope to achieve tomorrow, right? What was good about today? What am I looking forward to or hoping to do tomorrow? And as I've just asked myself those two questions in journaling, it has really opened me up to experiencing a lot more happiness, a lot more gratitude, and it has really been enabling me to create deeper connections with people and to just feel a little bit more myself and a little bit more grounded in the wild experience that is college. I've talked before about how college definitely feels like this ever-changing, ever-shifting thing. There's always some sand slipping through your fingers in college. And that's okay, because there are ways that we can hold on to the things that matter the most. The other thing that has kind of happened recently is I got interviewed for a job, and not just any job, but a job as a songwriter. On my mission here in Rexburg, came across a young married couple who were starting up a company, and that company basically allows people and artists to gain greater access to production tools and recording and songwriting, and just generally allows a community to be created where we can all work together and achieve some things. And the layout of the company is really interesting. I'll get paid for my time on the clock as a songwriter, and I can also choose to accept a certain amount of royalties. Yeah, it's just really exciting, personally for me, to have this opportunity to be a songwriter and potentially to work in their studio. They were hesitant to allow me to produce anything because I don't know my way around their equipment. but they were willing to let me use their studio and to set up studio time so that I could take the time to produce using their equipment so that I could learn how to use it. And if they like what I come up with, then I might be brought on at some point as a producer. So it's just sort of exciting to realize that there's literally an opportunity out there where I can do the thing that I really enjoy doing, and I can get paid to work with other people and do it. I will probably take a little bit more of a backseat role in the company as far as all of that. I'm really appreciative too, because they think it's really important that I have projects and other things happening outside of their company, so I don't have to worry about bringing the Between Houses project into the company. I can just bring myself into the company and also have this other thing that I'm working on. So it's exciting. It's exciting, and it's gratifying. Those are some of the kind of the cooler things that have been happening amidst all of this change and all of this business. I've been meeting new people and working with other people on music, which has been a sort of a fun challenge. Not a lot has happened outside of those kind of bigger things that I wanted to touch on briefly. I'll talk about the song that you sent me that I really liked, the song that you recommended to me in the last video. I really appreciated just how normal it was. That sounds really weird. So it's a song from one of the guys from the They Might Be Giants band, right? Which is very well known for being very quirky and odd. And there's definitely some of that in there, but lyrically, it seems like a pretty straightforward song with enough nuance to make it interesting. And so I just generally really appreciated that. And yeah, I hope that you are doing well, Kyler. And excited to see what the future holds. I'm sure it will be good. Yo, what up? One little other thing that was kind of cool that happened very recently, which is that I was just kind of going on Spotify and looking at the streaming numbers, and I realized that my streaming numbers have just absolutely skyrocketed. It is just genuinely kind of shocked, because it went from like, at most, like the highest I'd ever seen before was like 15 in a day. But like a couple days ago, it was at like 180 something streams. One of my songs, Leaf Poems, was at 180 streams. So just so much gratitude, super grateful. Thanks to all the people who like helped make that song possible. If you want to like understand the story behind that song, go back a couple vlogs and it'll be there. But I just wanted to give you like a quick little update. Like, cool things are happening with that song. Wow.